Good morning. It is February 11th. We had a nice little snowfall last night. Kind of frosted everything over, as you can see. And I was taking a look at the property income versus property maintenance, and we've earned $5. And the property for February so far. So $5. $5 for one day, or for one, couple of hours or so of the day that we got for that. So, yeah, we might be looking at like $10 a day, maybe. It just all depends on the wind. And it looks like we've got some more snow coming in with some more just windy weather. So that's good. But I'm rambling on. Let's get this wood loaded up. Got to get it ready for selling here in a couple hours. So I'll head over here and position up the trailer. Should probably check the chickens, see how they're doing, see what they're producing for us there. Let's go ahead and do that now. Chickens are still good as far as food is concerned. 28 pieces. 28, 26. So they're probably going to lay another 5 today, most likely. Well, it says 25 here. I don't know why that is. And the new ones are still growing. So it's going to be a bit of time before they start producing anything. They might start producing in a month. I'm not sure. Haven't really done too much in the way of testing on chickens. I think they reach their peak price at, I want to say, a year. But again, not 100% on that. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with them. Alright, so this big log here, this one's going to give us a bit of a problem. Give us a few problems here. Trying to pick this thing up. Oh yeah. So we'll have to be somewhat careful. Moving it over to the tractor. There we go. That's good. That's going to bank us some good money right there. I probably won't be able to fit all these onto the trailer just because the big ones, they're going to take up a lot of space. But we should have enough time to do 2 trips today. I don't quite know what we're going to do with the money yet. Still debating on whether or not to get a second or a 4th chicken coop, or possibly that one was a little long, or possibly one of the big greenhouses, and we'll probably set that one to do strawberries. We should probably set them all to do strawberries. Strawberries, they grow 2 times as many. They do the same amount of cycles as tomatoes, but they grow twice as many. Now they're half as much, but we can sell crates of them a lot more often. So let's go ahead and position that right there. Hopefully that will stay. Let's go ahead and jump out and strap it down. Make sure it stays in place. Let's load up some more. Probably load the 2 biggest logs on this one on there. And we'll be able to leave pretty much immediately as soon as this is all loaded up, because it'll be 9 well before we get there. Oh, yeah, we're gonna leave it like that. There we go. And we are ready to go. I think I might test to see what that does here. We'll throw on... We'll activate all the different crop types inside the greenhouse here, and we'll see what it does. Now it's probably going to use up a lot of water, but we do get water for free from our lake. Is that frozen? Oh, I thought it was frozen. I was going to say that's really cool, but it looks like it's not. Let's go ahead and activate all of them. So we're going to be getting everything, and we'll see what that does. Because I really don't know how it cycles through. That's weird. It's not... There we go. There. Now we're running all of it, so in theory it should be using 1, 2, 3, 4 water per cycle. And I don't know what it's going to do as far as how much it's going to generate. If it generates all at the same time, that would be really neat. But I think it might generate once per day. Or it might generate a certain amount of one type each time it does its thing. But I'm really not sure yet. We'll find out. But I'm going to get this over to the shop. We're going to sell this, and we'll see what we have at that point, and then we'll load up some more wood. Alright, we are here. Let's see what we get. What kind of money do you have for me today? They're like, oh, wood again, huh? They're like, yep, more logs. Alright, looks like nothing's changed with the greenhouses. Just want to keep checking that. $5,324. That is not bad. Let's go ahead and head back. Get some more wood loaded up. Bring you back real quick for a thought that I had. So, since there's no stone crusher or no debris crusher on this map, we might end up having to buy one. Because I don't want just a pile of stones on my land that just doesn't do anything. So we might end up having to buy a debris crusher. Don't know really where to put it yet. Don't really want to put it close to the house. It's a lot of noise generation. But it's something I'm gonna have to think about. Probably not get it right away. You don't get that much money for debris. But it's definitely something I need to think about in the future. Because I don't want to just have a pile of stones. And you can't sell them to the farm shop back there. There's no place for selling stone over there. They sell stones. I don't know why. Don't know why you would buy them. But yeah, it's something I need to think about here. Looks like we got one strawberry. Which is weird. Would have figured a cycle would have given us 2 strawberries. But I don't know how the cycles are timed in this. If it slows down tomato production too much, I'll probably just set it back to just tomatoes. Or have the two mediums do strawberries, and then whenever I get a large greenhouse, we'll do tomatoes on that one. We'll have to see. I definitely want to make sure that, because if I've got two of those mediums doing strawberries, that's 4 crates per month, I think. So, yeah, we're coming back up here. Gonna load some more logs up while we wait to see what that thing does. Looks like the snow's been starting to kick up here. We'll load the logs that we have right here on. We might be able to do another tree. Yeah, let's get another tree over here cut down. Let's get this big boy right here. This actually looks like it will be one. Yeah, this is a big boy right here. Like 35-meter tree. Hopefully it doesn't fall on the chicken coop or chicken pastures. Get all the branches shaved off the side, cut it up, see what we can do with it. Wow, that is a big tree. That's a good spot. Probably another $5,000 right here, roughly. Let's see, where's the cut? There it is. Let's just pull this back a bit. I can barely see it. That's about right, I think. There we go. Yep. Correct. Alright. That's a good spot right there for it. I know it's cold, chickens. I'm sorry I don't have a big coop for you to sleep in. One thing I thought was cool with the different types of animal enclosures was with the bigger ones that are not pastures, they have heating lamps. I'm like, oh yeah, that would totally be a thing too. I mean, I would definitely try and have a heating lamp, especially if it snowed often where we lived. Definitely, if it got that cold, got cold enough for snow, better believe. Make sure the animals are nice and warm. You gots to. Happy animals produce more for you. Happy, healthy animals. One of the animal types we would like to have at some point would be goats. Can't have goats where we live right now, though. There's just no way. I'm sure there would be a way to keep it, but not really. Like, there's just no room. No room for such an animal here. When we get our big property, that's when it's gonna happen. Goats, chickens, Rabbits too. Apparently rabbits are really nice to keep for fertilizer. Like you can turn their droppings into fertilizer. It's really good. So that is definitely an idea. Oh yeah, this is a big old sucker. Look at this thing. It probably weighs almost as much as the skid steer does. It has a rough time just picking it up. Can't pick it up too high too, because it'll fall over. Whoop! See, it's coming up on 2 wheels. There we go. Flopping around. Alright, let's get these other ones loaded. I'm actually thinking kind of with the money that we have right here that we're going to be getting, we're going to save some of it for leasing purposes. If we have to, again, we'll take out a loan to be able to fertilize and lime the fields, because I think we'll be able to pay that loan off fairly easily with the crop income that we get from the sunflowers. And I haven't really gone over what like the big goal that I have in mind is, or at least one of the goals. One of the goals would be to have I want to be able to keep pigs. But I'm not sure if I want that to be the like end goal thing, because I mean animals are expensive. So I mean even the chicken pastures was pretty expensive for what we could technically afford. So chickens obviously being the cheapest of animals, aside from maybe bees, but the best beehives are very expensive. So I kind of rank chickens as the least expensive animal. Obviously you don't have to buy the bees separately from the beehive, but the hive itself, the biggest, what is it, like a 33 Langstroth hive? Okay, it looks like it's also generating tomatoes and strawberries at the same time, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. But let's look at the animals really quick, because I want to check this out. So the bees here, yeah, one Langstroth hive is $1,100, which seems like a lot for the fact that that size of beehive doesn't generate a lot of honey. So to me, chickens are the cheapest. But I think I'll have to think about that long-term goal about the pigs, though, because it's going to require a lot of land and basically a lot of yield to be able to feed the pigs. If that's the way I'm going to go with it, is feeding them myself versus buying the pig food. And for feeding them myself, most of the income is going to be coming from the pigs versus the crops. Let's go ahead and strap that one down, make sure it stays in place. So I don't know. I know it's more, I guess you could say, efficient to buy the pig food and just feed them that versus growing the crops yourself. But I think between greenhouses, the chickens, and the pigs, we kind of make up for that. And we'll also be, we'll also have beehives around, because some of the pig food requires potatoes, which get a yield bonus from beehives. as well as, oh, what do you call it? I think sunflowers is one of them as well, that you can feed to pigs. I mean, you can feed pretty much anything to pigs. But as far as like potatoes, you don't. I think that's only a 5% of their food needs to be potatoes. The majority of it needs to be corn, I believe. There we go. That's probably good. I think we could fit like some of the smaller. Might be able to fit a few small logs on there. But it's not super important that we do. Let's go ahead and strap that down, and we'll just try and position some of these on here. There we go. Try and get all these bits sold today as well. I think this might be the last selling for today, and we'll come back and we'll keep we'll pile on some more logs onto the trailer, get it ready for tomorrow. But yeah, so I'll have to look into it. Some, you know, it might be a terrible plan to try and feed the pigs myself, versus buying the pig food. But I think if we balance it, the amount of pigs that we have versus how much pig food, or how many of the different pig food types that we're growing, we can still make a bit of money on the crops themselves. Say like corn, for instance. That's most of what the pigs eat. It's like 50% of it is corn, I think. Alright, we should be able to pull this. This shouldn't be a problem. It's going to be a little heavy, I think, but yeah, we can pull this, no problem. This thing's taken off, so we're fine. But I'll have to have a little bit of a think about that to see what we're going to be working with. If anything, we could get, you know, maybe like a pig pasture. We could throw some corn and barley in there. Have to find out what yields better, wheat or barley. Because the barley we could also just feed to the chickens too, or wheat. And then, of course, you know, we could take the straw from those fields, use those to bed the pigs, so that way we get manure. But then that would require a big manure extension silo right next to it. So there's a lot of money investment involved with animals. But we'll see what happens. Let me get to the shop. Okay, we are here. Let's go ahead and park up. Unhook the straps and see what we get. $6,544. Yeah, that works. Works for me. Let's get on back to the homestead. See what else we can get done today. Which I'm thinking, keep chopping the trees up. Keep chopping the trees that we plan to chop down up. Getting it all ready for tomorrow. And then we can look at what we can afford to do at that point. I'll see you back there. Okay, we're back. And taking a look at this, it looks like it kind of is semi-slow with what it decides. I don't know if it's just cycling through the different types. I think it is. I think that's what it's doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's just shut off these two. We'll keep the tomatoes running on this for now. And then once we set up a big one, we'll have that one producing... We'll have that one producing strawberries. Alright, looks like... Okay, what's the furthest tree here? Okay, that... Okay, so we have one big one and a couple small trees left that we can cut down. So let's go ahead and cut all these down. Get them all situated. Don't have that much left to go here as far as the trees. Alright. So it looks like we might end up with, you know, close to $20,000. At least semi-close to $20,000. Maybe a little over. Not sure. Still have 3 logs from the previous couple of trees. I got this big one here. And then all the small pieces. And I think what I was going to do, yeah, these ones are going to go too. This one, and it wasn't that one, it was this one. Alright, and that's going to do it for the trees. They're going to be chopped down. Alright, we're just going to cut a little bit off the top here. We can just go ahead and put those down over here in this bare spot so we can see them. Okay. And looks like we got a stubborn piece right there. It's not going to go away, so we're just going to go ahead and cut right there. Call it good. Cut a bit off the top there, make it a little shorter. A little bit more manageable. Put that there. Gonna have all these ready to go tomorrow. We're gonna have to still measure that one out. Cut a little bit more. There we go. Should be alright. There. A few more pieces to go. And I think I'm still going to hold on to the measuring stick for a bit. Just because if we buy new land that has more trees on it that we can get rid of and sell, we'll want to have that around to be able to use. Alright. Get all the small bits piled up over here, ready to go. Okay, that one and this one. So in the morning, we'll grind down some stumps, load what we can. Basically load, sell, grind the stump, grind the beans. Grind the stumps up. Clear all that out. So that way it's all nice and cleared for whatever we want to put over here or do with this over here. Which probably won't be a whole lot. It was more or less just to kind of just clean up the area a little bit. We're keeping a few of these trees here around the house. For the look of it. But there's really not much else we could do with this land back here. So I guess I could have left the trees, but honestly we need the money for different things we're going to be doing around the place. So we left some of them. So it still looks alright. Like I said, I might end up putting my own trees back here. A few poplars or a willow tree. That'd be kind of cool. Nice little willow tree. Alright, go ahead and throw this with the small ones. There. Okay. That, and this one is fine the way it is. That's fine. 4.6 meters right there. Alright, drop the measuring stick. Let's just go ahead and put the measuring stick back on the back end over here. That's where it can go. Let's load a few of these up. Let's load as many of these up as we can before the night is upon us, which it already kind of is. It's not so dark to where I can't see yet. So we got some, like six more big logs to go, and then a pile of small trees there, and small logs that can be sold. So, yeah, probably about just under $20,000 maybe worth of wood left. And then once we have that, probably be able to set up a large greenhouse and possibly a second or a fourth chicken pasture, maybe. Not sure if I want to do another chicken pasture yet, or what yet. We could always do a medium greenhouse and then put down another wind generator. That could possibly help us out quite a bit. If we put down a second wind generator, we'd be able to get pretty much double the power production from the winter storms that we have. We'll have to see. I think, honestly, the greenhouse is probably the big greenhouse is probably a better idea. Just because like I said before, with the wind generator, it's not like it's not gonna make you what it says on the tag. It's kind of false advertising on the tag. I mean, I guess if you had every single day in a month be 8-mile-an-hour winds, you'd be able to get $948 or whatever it says. But I don't think you actually earn that much. Don't think that's actually a possibility. You definitely earn more during the winter, though, because there's a lot more windy days during the winter. Kind of the same goes for the solar generators. You earn a lot more money, obviously, during the day because it's not going to generate anything at night. And then you earn more money during the summer because the days are just, they're sunny versus being cloudy every single day and windy. So we should have enough room for these last 3 logs here. There's one. Got 2 stumps like right on top of each other right there. So let's go ahead and load all these up. And then in the morning, we can grind the stumps while we're waiting for probably about 8:20 is when we'll leave to go to the farm shop. Or, I mean, maybe even load up all the small trees on here. It looks like there's plenty of room for them. But we can grind the stumps until about 8:20, 8:30, and then we'll leave for the farm shop, sell the last of the wood, come back, make sure all the stumps are gone, and then see what we're dealing with as far as how much money we have. And then make our decisions then. We also have some more grass to mow. Oh. Log forks are stuck. There we go. We have some more grass to mow. And I think in a day or two here, our small silage pit will be ready. So we need to be ready with the grass on the meadow over there. Let's get this last log loaded up and get everything parked up because I already hear the dinner bell. It's time to go to bed. Eat dinner, go to bed. There we go. Yeah, there'll definitely be enough room for pretty much all the small pieces. But we can figure that out in the morning. Let's check the silage pits. 20% on this one. It's progressing. Actually, it seems like it's progressing faster than the small one. And we'll just go ahead and prep the log grinder, or the stump grinder rather, for tomorrow. Let's check this one. Hang on, let's check this first. Yeah, it looks like... Oh, I turned those off. 94%, so maybe like 2.5, 3 more days left on that. Let's go ahead and strap these down first, so they don't fly all over the place. How are the chickens? Looks like we're up to 30 pieces on each crate in there. So it was a couple of days. Got 5 more eggs. Alright. That is it. It is time to get some rest. Get some dinner, take a shower, well, bath. We don't have a shower in this house. And then get some sleep. And we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by the homestead, everybody, and have a great night.